All right, guys. So in this webinar, we will be going into product research, right? Where you told me that you want to go into product research in my group. So product research. Before we actually go into product research, I'm just gonna like give you some. Well, tell you a little bit about this. Um, but let me see. I'm trying to put my GoToWebinar. Ah, you know what it is? This is full screen. That's why I can't do it. Okay, cool. Yes. Okay, so product research. First of all, you won't be like mind blown. It's not like kind of webinar that you're like, whoa, man, I never knew that. Or it's just, whoa, that's the biggest secret I've ever seen. Like, because product research, it's there. Like if you see my free training, like that's exactly what I do. But in here, we're gonna go like deeper, try to make it more like a case study type of webinar so that you can see what I actually do on a daily basis, or well, let's say when I'm trying to find products. But some things here that I want you to know is that first of all, there's no secret at all. And if someone tells you or tries to sell you something, telling you the secret, I'm telling you right here, there's no secret, right? Myth number two, that you have to copy what other people are doing to get results. But I won't teach you that at the moment. Actually, I'm going to tell you to model, which is a much better term, model. So we're going to use several places to make research. Obviously, AliExpress. I source most of my products here from AliExpress. I also use Pinterest and I also use Facebook. So I like try to combine them at the same time to find the products. But yeah, I mean, like every one of these options is very good. Um, like one of the things I like to do when I'm searching for products is to look for products that not many people are selling, or at least that they don't have a bunch of competition. I'm looking for things that I know that are making money, but at the same time that not much people are selling. Because if I make it work, I mean, it's gonna be easier for me to make it work because I know it sells, and number two, it's gonna be easier for me because since I know that not much people are selling it, I'm gonna have a competitive advantage there. So let's get started with AliExpress. So let's see. So let's say you have no clue about what you wanna start selling at the moment. So usually, like let's say you don't know what niche, let's say you don't know what type of product, let's say you don't know absolutely anything. So what I would suggest you do start by going to these sections right here. Super deals, feature brands, AliExpress collections, best-selling, tech discovery, trending styles. Right? That's if you don't know what niche to promote or what type of product. So you will get ideas here. Some things before we go there is don't try to sell electronics. No, I'm not saying that it doesn't work. It's just it's gonna be, I mean, way easier for you if you don't have to deal with all those problems of dealing with small parts and things that can be, like damaged or things like that. I would suggest you go with more like accessories, jewelry, bracelets, rings, necklaces, t-shirts, mugs, what else? Like other types of accessories like scarves, maybe hats, things like that have worked really well for me. But so let's dive in. Let's dive in. So let's say I'm just okay, random day in the world, just a random day. It's actually a pretty random day. It's just Wednesday. Wednesday, I'm gonna look for products. So first of all, I'm gonna come to Super Deals. I don't know what I'm gonna find. I have no idea. I'm just like a regular girl in the mall window shopping, right? So just looking around. So I'm gonna try to look for products that are niche related, passion products that have a specific topic. I see a lot of people that they are trying to, let's say, let's sell this, right? And even though it's a nice watch, it doesn't really have a topic or it doesn't really have a niche. And products that are narrowed down within a topic are way easier to sell because of the targeting, because you can target those people directly on Facebook. It's going to be way easier. Um, so let me see. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be way easier if you choose passion products, niche products, products with specific topics. Now, I don't suggest you sell trademark, like nothing trademark. This is trademark. if you're selling a Metallica thing, that's trademark because you don't have permission to be selling a product of that company. If you would like to sell that product, then you would have to go and ask the company if you to get a permission to sell that. I don't support trademark. Actually, I started promoting trademark in the beginning because I was a newbie. I didn't have an idea of the problems and the long-term, like issues. So I started with that. I mean, it did really well, but I mean, it's not the way to go if you want to really build a business. So let's just keep finding things here. Okay, so take a look at this. This is kind of like a Christmas thing. I wouldn't promote it at the moment because it's not Christmas. Again, it's very generic. I'm seeing some nice things here, but nothing that gets my attention, that catches my attention. Not really niche related, narrowed down products. It's more like deals, but something we can do is filter it out here, actually. Let's put women's clothing and see what happens. So again, it's very, very generic. Okay, yeah. Let's see if we go to jewelry and watches, right? Jewelry and watches usually have the most like narrowed down topics. I mean, it's just like a bold statement, but usually what I've seen is that rings, bracelets, they have all kinds of topics. Let's see. Now, sometimes we have to use like common sense in the fact that of the targeting on Facebook, because let's say that we have these earrings or necklace and earrings and ring. So we're saying, hey, it has a flower, so it's in the niche of the flowers. But if you think about it logically, do you think the flower niche is like a passionate niche? Like, I mean, like a super passionate topic people are buying things about? I mean, maybe women like flowers or men, whatever. But if you like, it's gonna be very hard for you to target flower lovers on Facebook, or I don't even know if that exists. So I wouldn't promote that. Sometimes it's just like common sense. Like, is there's gonna be someone who loves flowers? Like they think about flowers all day. It's I don't think so. So I wouldn't really look into that. So no more products for here. Okay. Okay. So let's say we didn't find much here in this category. Now let's go feature brand and see what we have there. Feature brands. I think okay, I don't know what's going on. Let's go into best selling. I really like the one of best selling. Okay, they're asking me in the comments, Luis, if I wouldn't suggest selling Pokemon Go products. Like I don't go with trends. I make things work. Like if you try to base your business around trends, then you don't really have a business because you're always taking advantage of the next hot thing with that will eventually die. And number one, right? Number two is that, as Ed Johnson saying here, is a trademark item. You don't have permission to sell Pokemon Go. I mean, it's pretty much illegal selling things that you have no permission, right? And they can easily sue you, right? Even though that's like a very like a big case, that can happen. So from the top selling, let's see something that gets my attention. This one, right? No, it's not the woman underwear. It's the butterflies, actually. You have, first of all, you have many colors, right? You have many colors. You have yellow, you have green, you have red, blue. Number one. Number two, you have good quality images. I'm always looking for good quality images like these ones. Straight to the point. This is what the product is about. No distractions, no branding of the scene here, no strange text, just the product, white background, something simple and nice. That's number two. Number three, I'm seeing the seller is amazing. It has been open since 2010. That's 6 years. It has crowns, which is the highest rating on AliExpress. It has a huge number here. Now, if you take a look, I'm always looking at this number. How many orders have been placed, and out of those numbers, that amount of orders, what's the rating on that, right? So if you look at the big picture here, okay, this has sold 19,000 units, 19,000, and out of those 19,000, right, we got an average rating of 5 stars, right? So out of those many orders, we have that amount of ratings, of high ratings. So that's definitely a good sign. This product is pretty much, holy crap. Okay, this product is pretty much what I'm looking for. Select the country. Okay, let's see if it has ePacket. Where's the US? Here it is. So it has ePacket, right? So it has a $2 ePacket. Let's choose the ePacket here. Okay, and let me get my phone. So that's $3.11, right? So you're paying $3.11 for this item, which could easily be sold at $12.95, $14.95, or free plus shipping, right? It can be sold at free plus shipping because it has a good price, right? I usually, for free plus shipping, since you're getting lower profit margins, I'm looking, like, honestly, $3 and down. Like, it can be 4 and down, but I'm very picky. Sometimes I choose like $3 and down, right? Because here's the thing, free plus shipping, let's say you charge $10.97, right? Which is the one I suggest for the first sale, $10.97, and minus the ad costs, which usually I put, let's say a successful campaign is going to be from $6 to $7 cost per purchase. Let's use 6, right? Which is $10.97 minus 6, which is the ad costs. That equals $4.97, right? Now minus the product costs, 3.11, right? So you don't really have much profit in there. That's $10.97 minus 6 equals minus 3 equals, it's $1.86 profit out of an $11 sale. So it's really, really low. So I would suggest you look for products that are cheaper if you're doing just pay shipping. If you're doing retail, the advantage is that you can decide how much profit to make. Like, if I'm making a 20% profit margin and charging $12.95, then you can say, okay, if I charge $14.95, I'm going to make 30 or 40% profit margin. You can use that price. Obviously, it has to make sense. Like, you're not going to charge $50 for a grandma necklace unless it's like gold. I mean, like a very good material, but usually you're not going to charge. People are not going to pay that unless it has a super high perceived value. In this case, stickers, people are not going to pay more than like 13, 14 bucks, right? It's just how I think about it. So generally speaking, this is a good product, niche product, narrow down product. Let's say 19,000 orders, good reviews, good seller, open for 5 years, good images, many variants. Always choose products that have variants, different styles or colors, and it has ePacket to the United States. Generally speaking, a good product. That right there is a good option for you. Now let's go down. Okay, so you found a good vendor, you found a good product. Now instead of going back, you can go deep, right? Go deeper. And let's look for more things here. Right, so you got more butterfly stickers that you can easily sell. Again, from the same seller. I'm making sure if I decide to choose this product, I'm also making sure that I'm using a good seller, right? Because it's the same one. Good positive feedback, many orders placed, good reviews, good price. I'm guessing it has the same cost for ePacket, yes. And good images. This right here is another product. Something you can do is you can just save this to your computer and remove this. Like, it takes a second. For 1 second, I thought it was a Pokemon ball, like a Pokebola, you know. it's not. Let's go down and see what else we have. We have a bunch of butterfly products, but no, this is, yeah, like, no, this is a big thing. Let's see what else we have here from from the same seller. Okay, yeah, you have many products. I don't really find something that gets my attention. But let's go back. Let's go back to the other product and to the related products. So, okay, let's go and see more products related to that one. I think it's the same one, right? Yeah, it's the same one. Let's look for from another seller. All right. Okay, take a look at this one. Stickers again, but from another niche. And take a look at this seller. So let's analyze the different variables again. Good seller, open since 2013, 3 years, 97.1 positive feedback, almost 8,000 orders with an overall review rating of 5 stars, some 4 stars, 5 stars. Good images, great images actually, that you can test different types of images. I would definitely split test these images and see which one does better. Now let's take a look at the price. $1.86 a packet, more expensive item. I would definitely sell this as retail, right? Let's see. Can you guys hear me? Okay. I just got a message that the audio was not that good. Can you type 2 if you hear me fine? Okay, cool. Scrapbooking, a passion niche for sure. I mean, I don't know much about the niche, but I think it is a good niche. I think it is a good niche. You have to search for different types of products. I'm sure it is a good niche, but you have to see if there's potential. First of all, on Facebook, to see if there's interest or volume for that niche, and number 2, if there are products for that. Ed Johnson says, what makes you choose retail over free plus shipping? Number 1, I had to adapt. Like, my payment processor doesn't allow free plus shipping. I'm using to checkout. So instead of complaining, I just said, I'm going to do retail. I'm not going to do free items. And I made retail work, and I fell in love with retail because I can choose how much to charge. If I don't have a 30% profit margin, I can get that 30% profit margin by maybe adding a $1.95 shipping, or maybe increasing the price by $1 or $2. But in free plus shipping, it's not like you're gonna sell a necklace free, just pay shipping and charge $30 for shipping, right? You can only reach a certain amount to charge for shipping. It's around $11. Like, people, once you charge like $12, $13 for shipping on a free item, that doesn't make any sense, right? So usually that's what I do. I don't use Shopify payments because I don't live in the United States. I'm opening a company in the US, so that's the plan. I'm going to use Shopify payments in the future, but I'm still going to stick with retail simply because I like it. If you can sell free plus shipping, I would suggest you do to start with, because it gets you a ton of data to your Facebook ad account. It's gonna get your pixel pumped up, ready to go. Because with retail you get less conversions, like less view contents, less add to carts. So it's better to warm up your account with just pay shipping or free plus shipping, then move on to retail once you have the niche and once you have your account like a bit seasoned, right? So let's go back to this product. Good price if you're selling retail, good delivery, good seller, good images, nice product, of course. I would definitely sell this to the cat lovers. I've never sold stickers before, but I'm sure this has potential. And even though it's just stickers, the image makes it look a very good product, because since it's a nice image, it increases the perception or the perceived value of the product, right? If you have a crappy image and your product might be very good in reality, the perceived value of your item comes down, even though your item is high quality. So obviously you gotta have good images. I would split test this. So we found another product, another niche. Now we have two niches, butterflies and cats. So start taking note. Okay, let's see. So who is liking this? Who is finding the potential of just putting in that extra effort, putting in that extra creativity, the extra research, and diving really deep into AliExpress? Like, it's not like, don't be limited to the what all the courses teach. What is that is like, go and put cat necklace on the search bar and put the first necklace, sell the first necklace you see. Just, you have to be very creative, very, very creative in this one. Let's go and search for some more stickers. Another one. Here we go. More cats. I will see how I can remove this, but take a look at this. For cat ladies, I like that one. Like, maybe for, you know, like people, yeah, like I would definitely test this out, but I think it's a bit expensive. No, it doesn't really have a packet. Okay, move on. Doesn't have a packet, don't even think about it. Cat on tree branch, birds. Okay, now in here you have several styles, or it's actually the same style. Again, taking a look at the variables, nice images. In this one, I could easily edit this out with a simple tool. Super simple. It's a very, very big sticker, which increases the perceived value of the item. People are going to be willing to pay more because it's a bigger product, right? Again, this can be removed easily. 350 orders, good feedback, good seller. Free shipping to the United States via e-packet. I really like this, but be careful. Many of the sellers say it's going to be free shipping via e-packet, but they actually sell it with China Post. So you have to go to the feedback section and make sure that it is true. If you see in the comments, hey, this guy is sending it with China Post or mail message, something like that, then that's a scammer right there. So let's say in here it says, very nice, but they shipped it with China, etc., the free one that takes like a month. Then run, right? Don't even think about it. But in this case, it is arriving via e-packet and it's free, so that's good. So I would definitely create 3 variants for these ones. I'll create variant number 1, the medium, variant number 2, extra large, and this one, the large, right? And then I will create a fourth variant saying get all sizes, 20% off, parentheses, and they will get the 3 ones. So test it out, another one. And these are only stickers, you know. So much things to test. I haven't really tested this stuff. Yeah, okay. Another one for those lovers, for the love niche, relationships, girlfriend, boyfriend, all that stuff. Just married, right? I'm just throwing in some ideas here. Someone who's just married, you can easily target that on the demographics with Facebook. I think it was demographics, yeah. So just imagine someone who just got married. They love their new wife. I mean, they are like truly in love, and now they saw this. They're gonna be like, "Oh, my wife. Oh, my husband." Like, I don't really know if the husband is gonna like this behind the bed, but I mean, who knows? Maybe they buy it. You have different options: good seller, good numbers, good orders, different images here that you can test. Right? So that's that. Okay, no more stickers. I'm tired of stickers. Let's go back. So I'm gonna answer some questions here. CrossFit. Yeah, for sure. CrossFit is a big one. I have several friends that love CrossFit. They simply are addicted to do CrossFit. You have to look for products again. I'm sure. I mean, there are a bunch of interests for CrossFit. Actually, you can target shows. You can target the World Cup or whatever it is for CrossFit. You can target CrossFit. You can target other things like, you know, TV shows, whatever, websites. Sandra says, how many products did you sell to switch from free plus shipping to retail? I don't really remember, more than 1,000 for sure, but I didn't really change because I wanted to. I changed because I had to. Saurabh, how do you pronounce your name? Saurabh? I think that's good. Which tool do you use to remove? I use, well, actually, I just tell my virtual assistant, hey, can you remove this? And he knows everything. I don't know. It's just strange. He knows absolutely everything, and he does it. But I think you can do it with Photoshop. Sandra asks, Stian, how many products did you sell? Okay, that's the same one. Unrelated question. I'm planning to start testing your strategy in the next webinar, but instead of doing one single interest per ad set and testing 3 such interests, I'm planning to intersect demographics with interest. Will you recommend doing this with $5 a day ad set? Yes, for sure. As long as it's very targeted and it has a decent sized audience and it's related to your product, then go for it. Okay, Oberlo is a tool to know if the product has ePacket. Actually, I have something similar. Take a look at this. Let's go to the best-selling section again, right? And let's see here. Woman, nice product. Again, it's a little hard, but doesn't really have like a specific topic I'm looking for. This one, this dress. Take a look at this dress. It has like little birds. Not so many. I mean, not too targeted. Let's see what else. I mean, it's a very nice dress, very good vendor, tons of orders, tons of variants. I would just have to get a little bit creative on how to market this, but I wouldn't market this if you're just starting out. Definitely a good product for sure, but I wouldn't use it to start out. Okay, so now let's take a look at these steampunk sunglasses. I've seen them all over the place. So steampunk is like a new fashion, it's like a new trend out there. I don't really know what it's about. I just know people are selling stuff on this niche. But good images. You even have a girl wearing it, right? Different types of product. It looks like a high quality product. It looks like, you know, like it's stiff. It doesn't look like plastic-like or something. Has many variants. Something I love this image, but this ruins it. Like what I would do in this case, if I'm really trying to sell this product, I'm making some sales, I would contact the seller. I would contact the seller by going to AOFly glasses and or here, you know, chat now, contact now. I would tell them, hey, I'm looking to sell your product. I can send a few orders, quite a few orders your way, but I need this image without the brand. And they're gonna send it to you. You can use it for your ad. But take a look at this product. Nice images, great vendor, bunch of orders placed, good feedback, free shipping via ePacket. We have to check here feedback. But considering this already has a great rating, I'm sure they're not scamming people, right? Obviously. Many colors. I'm always looking for different styles, colors, because people always buy. I mean, not always, but many times they buy a bunch of them. Now, price $7. You could easily sell them at $19.95 plus $1.95 shipping, or you can easily sell them at $21.95 plus free shipping. Test both of them. Usually, when I'm just starting out, free shipping. Usually, when I'm starting to sell retail items, I put all of them at free shipping. And if I start getting sales and see if they convert, then I'm gonna say, okay, it's selling now. Let's see if I can make some more money by adding a $195 shipping, right? So there, your profits are gonna increase drastically simply by adding that little shipping right there. Question here, Victor. So you recommend for free plus shipping products that cost, including the packet, under $3? Yes. Like, don't actually, you know what? Don't think about it that way. Don't think about it that way. Think about it. Try to have a 30% profit margin or more. That's all. That's it, right? So when you have the final, like the revenue, and you subtract product costs and ad costs, make sure you have like 30% profit margin or something like that. Yeah, so that's that. How would you target these sunglasses? I would look for a steampunk interests. You know, I think there are a few out there. Steampunk is, try to look for that fashion. If not, something you can do is, okay, if I don't find interest for steampunk, go to Google and just type steampunk and fashion, right? for steampunk related topics, steampunk related fashion, related styles. And let's say that steampunk for some reason is related. Of course, this doesn't make any sense, but let's say that steampunk is related to like hippies, let's say. So now you can target hippies and show these styles of sunglasses, right? Because you know they're related. So since you don't have the exact targeting for use, you can like cross-sell it to another audience. So now we have sunglasses. You can come down and look for more items here. So related products from this seller are the following. So I mean, take a look at these sunglasses. All of this, they don't really have a topic. You have to get creative by selling them, but you know, something you can do as well is go to the seller. Since this seller is only about sunglasses, and let's say you really want to sell sunglasses, what you can do is just store home, and you can see all of the products from the same seller. So let's say you got 10 options. You found 10 products from this seller. You can assure that since they are a good seller, you don't even have to worry about delivery times or quality or something like that, because they are a good seller. So it's good to start browsing within the sellers, within their own stores. I've seen these sunglasses all over the place. Try to look for sunglasses that have a specific topic. Yeah, but that's just an idea. Let's see if I go back. Okay, another thing I want to show you is, well, do you guys understand this part of looking for in these sections, best selling, diving into in different topics, different products? Do you guys understand it? Type 3. See if I can move on. 3. Luis, Sandra, Ed, Christopher, Therese. Who else? Do you guys have any questions till now about this topic? Let's see. Cool. Right, so let's move on. Another thing I use here is, let's say I'm going to type for, you know, typical cat necklace, right? So I'm just going to look for a cat necklace. But something I want to show you here is I downloaded an app. This app right here, which is called Shopify app. I think you can download it. You can download it in the App Store, or just type Shopify app on Google. And what it identifies is products that have ePacket and the ratings, and it also identifies, or in Pinterest, when we do product research in Pinterest, it shows you which are the products that have the highest amount of pins, right? Pins is like, you know, like a like, let's say, and it's going to give you a great idea because you will see the ones that are engaging more with the audience. But in this case, it really helps me to identify those that have ePacket in here. Let's use the typical cat necklace, right? Let's see. 1 second. No, China Post is terrible. I hate it, Oscar. In here, let's use this combination. Okay, so let's say we already went there, and actually we found out two niches, right? We actually found 3: butterfly, cats, and steampunk, right? So now we have something to work with here. First, we start with a cat necklace, and usually what I'm doing lately, right? What I'm doing lately is this, like ordering the products by orders, right? By orders, because this way I'm gonna see the amount of orders. This really indicates me that it's a good seller, because many times, let's say you have a good product, or at least it looks good, but it has 0 orders. So you're like the one testing the waters, and you don't want to be the one testing everything. You want to be sure that the product has a good seller and it has a good reputation. In this case, lots of sellers, but doesn't have ePacket, so I'm not even going to consider this seller. Take a look at this one. This looks like it's a cat eye, you know, kind of like a strange product in my opinion. I don't know if a cat lover would buy this. but maybe with a nice image. Let's see. Well, maybe you don't know. You don't know what you don't know. Test it out. But pretty good seller. Nothing too super fancy, but it has a good feedback, positive feedback. What I'm looking for here is that it has a bunch of orders and good feedback as well. It has a packet. Yes, it has a packet. 1 second. Trying to put this. Okay, has a bunch of variables, right? It's a cheap product. Well, like 330. It's fine, perfectly fine. It's just like the average price for a necklace with the packet, right? Let's see what else we have here. So instead of, as you can see, instead of finding a product and going back and looking for more, I'm finding a product, going deep, seeing what I can find, and then going back. Yeah, it looks like this seller only sells trademark. Let's see what else we have. Cat ring, a bunch of, okay, doesn't look that bad, actually looks good. The problem with this, like, what I see from my point of view is that it looks cheap. Like it looks cheap. Like I'm sure we can all agree with that. Apart from that, it looks good. A lot of orders, many images, has a packet, and yeah, decent price. It just, for me, I wouldn't like. I think it would be hard to sell it like at 14.95 or something. It looks cheap, but you have to test it out. Maybe it works. Let's go back to the initial search, and I don't know why this. Another one here. So as you can see, it's just about making a huge list. Actually, what I want you guys to do is, once you find an idea, open a notepad and just put, this is what I do. Like, I take this and paste it here. I'm gonna put then I'm gonna go and put the okay, owl. Let's say I found the owl, right? I'm only gonna list the ones that have all the specifications I'm looking for, including the vendor reputation, the amount of orders, different, the different variations. I like this owl, but I hate the image. Really small. I wouldn't use that. Yeah, I would look for this product. I like it. Looks like people are buying it, but I would look for another seller. I mean, I would use this seller, but I would take the images from another one. But I would still take this one and call it right. So now we found that. Let's go down and see what we can find. Okay, so you have to test this niche, the owl niche. If it works for you, then like you can go ahead and find more products. Actually, that's what I would suggest. Once you find a niche that's working for you, don't try to look for 1,000 more niches. Just work with that niche. Take as much money as you can out of that niche, and look for different products within the same niche, promoted to the same audience, and it's gonna be way easier for you guys to start getting results. I would definitely use this image. Great seller, amount of orders, all that good stuff. E-packet. Usually e-packet, at least in jewelry or these kinds of products, is like more expensive than the item itself. $2 there, but very cheap. Okay, I'm gonna answer some questions here. So you wouldn't go and open a store selling wedding clothes, but you would sell clothes within cats on it. Yeah, it's easier. Like wedding clothes, like you have too much competition. Like it's just a normal item, and you know what? Like people, like at least how my friends, girlfriends are, they don't like to buy wedding dresses if they haven't like they tested it out first or they saw the quality of the material. It's not like you're gonna buy a wedding dress online from a store called like bestcoolstuff.com. It just doesn't happen. But I would go ahead and try to sell more unique products that you cannot find in the regular stores, right? Like this. How many products do you recommend to have per niche? Example, cat lovers, butterflies. You know, like there's no number, but like cats, if you decide to go into a cat, owl, and let's say butterfly, just make a list of 10 products for each and start testing each. Start testing in bulks of 3, depending on the amount of money you have. You're willing to invest. Let's say if you have $100 a day to start testing, then you can start testing 5 products every 3 days. If you have a $50 a day budget, then test 3 products every 3 days with 3 interests each. Let's see what else we have. Now, Alex says, this is an Ender Dragon Eye from Minecraft. I'm not sure what you're talking about, bro. But I'm sure you know about Minecraft. Sarab, once you're done, you also go check if your competition is already selling it. Yeah, I would go ahead and look into Facebook. We're gonna do that in a while. Adrian Morrison sold Cavaliers headband and targeted LeBron James fans. Would you consider this a trademark item? Should we sell sports team item? I wouldn't. I think it's trademark. If you're sold Cavaliers, yeah, that's trademark because you don't have permission to sell the products. It's like you're selling like Real Madrid T-shirts. I mean, you can do it. Like I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think something bad is gonna happen. But if you're trying to build a real brand, I wouldn't do it. Sport merch is most definitely trademarked. Yeah, man. Peter said it. I don't know much about soccer or those things. I used to play a lot of soccer, but not now. But Peter says sports merch is most def trademarked! Exclamation mark. Are you having that Chinese vendor drop ship, or how are you doing drop shipping? I do them manually because I have several products and some of them don't want to do that drop shipping. But if your vendor accepts drop shipping, they're gonna tell you like, hey, if you sell 50 orders a day, then you can just send over the CSV file, pay us a big invoice, like select 50 orders total, right? And that's it. Depends on the vendor, honestly, but yeah, I like bulk drop shipping as well. Swimwear, he's asking for swimwear. I like that, but again, needs to be niche related. Doesn't have to be, but I suggest it's niche related. Peter says he talked to a lawyer about the sports merchandise trademark thing. So don't do that. Ryan says, yeah, I thought so. Was surprised to see him promoting it during this week's Profit Power Hour. Yeah, that's trademark. Who knows, man? Okay, do you guys want to see something else in AliExpress? I think I went through the basics. You know, like, okay, another thing, let's say you have, let's say you come to AliExpress, right? And you already have 10 niches. Now, how do you know the niches? You can just go to, don't worry, this is not my store. Don't get too excited. It's just it's a store we actually created for our program we're working on. But let's say we put a list of niches. 1,109 profitable niche markets. So as you can see, you have 1,000 niches here. Camping, badminton, boxing, snooker, volleyball, hockey, creatine, e-learning, suicide, what the hell, wrestling, stickers, there you go. Karate, bankruptcy, comics, costumes, divorce, everything. You have everything here. So let's say you already have a list of 10 niches that you already want to start working with. What you can do is just come to AliExpress and type the different combinations. Say one of them is cats, cat necklace, cat bracelet, cat ring, cat blanket, cat, pillow, you know, anything. Take a look at these pillows right here. I like these pillows. Many orders, a good seller, good prices, nice images, many variants. Pretty sure it has a packet. Nope. You'll have to look for another seller, but the item is good. I've seen this selling. I think sometimes I can't believe like people don't even put in the work to find out how much money they're gonna make, because sometimes I see people like selling like a dollar that cost, I mean a product that costs like $8 on AliExpress, and they are selling like free plus shipping. That doesn't make any sense. That means you didn't even make like spend the time to make the numbers or how much profit you will make. I always make the numbers first and see if I'm gonna make at least a 30% profit margin before I sell it, not the other way around. Um, Andrea says, "Lol, don't go with a suicide niche. You won't have any repeated customers." Yeah, your email list won't have a good open rate. Kevin says, if there's no competition, how people will compare your product, especially if the product is brand new to the niche? I mean, we tend to compare prices and quality, and finally we decide or when to buy it. Competition is good. Yeah, like competition is good, but if you've seen, and I'm sure you have seen this product all over the place. Competition is good, but when it reaches a point where everyone is selling it and most people within the interest or the niche has seen the item, like if you're trying to sell it, you're just gonna be one more. You know, you're just gonna be one more trying to sell the same product at the same price with the same offer of free plus shipping, with the same type of store, with the same theme. You're just gonna be one else. You know, I think that answers your question. But yeah, just type the niche and type the different types of products: cat, pillows, rings, earrings, hats, socks, dress, anything. You have unlimited, and for each product, for each page, you choose a product, you dive deep, then you go back, you choose another one, dive deep, and so on and so on. That's it. That's pretty much for AliExpress. The stickers market, you cannot target like stickers. You have to find a sticker about a topic, let's say dogs, and then you target dog lovers. That's what Malik asks, how to target the stickers market, but that's not, you don't target the stickers market, you target the type of sticker, the topic about the sticker. That's why I'm telling you to look for products about a topic, right? See? Okay, now Pinterest. Pinterest is a very, very good one, especially if you want to sell shirts. This is the place to be to find ideas. Okay, so in here let's try to look the same examples. Let's put cat jewelry. Now, even though you cannot buy products from Pinterest, you can get ideas to then go and search them on AliExpress. So let's see, it's loading, but let's say that yeah, like this looks pretty cool. It has sing cat pose, ear cuff, earring with ear cuff. So what you can do here is put cat earring and ear cuff. There you go, something like this. Well, but actually it's too expensive. But you get the idea. You can do that as well. You can like search for the items. Let's see. Earrings. Cat watch. Cat wristwatch. Take a look at all the wristwatches. You have this one. You have this one. Very, very, very cheap. With vendors. This one. This one. This one. this one, and what you can do is just make a list of 10 watches and start selling them, right? Split testing interest. Once you find an interest, sell the different types of products to the same interest, see what works the best. What else we have here? Nice. Yeah, like you have so many things here, but something else you can do if you're going into t-shirts, for example, you can put cat, funny cat shirt. Cats are my favorite people. You have so many designs here. What you can do here is go to the app I told you, and it's gonna detect that you're in Pinterest, so you can auto-load. I would suggest you auto-load 10 pages and load and sort. So it's gonna sort the posts by repins. It's like shares. I think it's like shares. Sorry guys, I've been barely having some sleep because today actually after this I have an exam about math. The last exam today I finish I finished the bimester, and tomorrow it's gonna be a long day. I'm gonna be traveling a lot. But take a look at this. Leave me alone. I'm only speaking to my dog today. So what you can do is you can come here. You can take a screenshot and you can get a designer and tell him, hey, I want this text. You want this text? Why do you want it? Because it has 90,000 repins, right? 30,000 likes, hearts. And what you can do is, instead of using these letters, you give the text that you want to the designer and then tell him, hey, I want this, but I want a different style. I want something more creative. I want a complex design about dogs, you know. Something I've been hearing, here's a ninja tip, is that lately, like, Fiverr designs are not doing really well on Facebook. What's working more are more complex t-shirt designs. So usually a Fiverr design is only going to go to a certain level. There are there are different levels of designers of artwork or yeah of work. There's the Fiverr guys, the intermediate guys, and the very professional guys. Usually the good guys that you can find, let's say in Upwork or something like that, they're going to charge you around $30 per design. But those are going to be way more complex designs that are gonna sell way better. That's usually the trend that we are seeing, is that more complex designs sell better on Facebook rather than just keep calm and love dogs type of design. Sandra says, how do you use the Shopify app on Pinterest? You just download Shopify app. It's an extension here in Google Chrome. You click it, you auto-load the 10 pages, you choose repins, and load and sort, and you're gonna get the ones with the highest amount of likes in the top, right? Human, I request your assistance. You're gonna get so many things here. Take a look at this one. It's not a t-shirt, but you got the text. You got a winning text, right? Because it has a bunch of repins and likes. You know what I like about people? They're dogs. You can create a t-shirt design about it, but make sure you got a good designer. Fiverr designers, I think, are starting to be a little bit old for Facebook. But I'm kind of big deal to my nice. Are you using Oberlo? No, I am not using Oberlo, but I think Peter is using Oberlo. Where is the conversation? I use Oberlo Full Fulfillment and it's great. Yeah, contact Peter Komorowski. He's the one that does 5K a day, and he's gonna help you out with that, I'm sure. Okay, yeah, so that's that. Let's see. You can also put here something that you can do as well. You can put funny shirts, right? So you come here, and you're gonna be all of the different shirts, right? And let's sort them up by 10 pages, load and sort. So here you got all the t-shirts, but what I would suggest you do is actually filter them out by topic. So let's go up. My computer is kind of burning. Whoa, yeah, there's so many designs. Take a look at this. I'm more confused than a chameleon, or however you say it, in a bag of Skittles. It's pretty funny. What you can do here is go to a different niche. So take a look at this. For kids, drinking, for school, for dad. Let's see. Beer. Beer. That's a big niche. Beer. So now once you're in the beer section, you're gonna have the different filters: funny, shirts, beer, load and sort. By the way, I'm not an affiliate for Shopify app. I don't even remember where I got it, so just type it on Google, Shopify app. I think I saw it in a webinar, but I don't remember. Okay, more questions. How do you split test images for an ad? You run 2 different ads with different images to the same interest. Why wouldn't you run different ads? What you do is you create an ad set, and in that ad set, you create, let's say, 5 ads. Each ad has a different image. Peter is making more than 5K a day. Nice. Kevin, how much email marketing do you do in a weekly basis? I send around 4 emails a week. Oscar says Pura Vida. Oh my, I'm late, but yeah, there's gonna be a replay. You saw it on Thomas' webinar? Yes, Thomas' webinar. I'm gonna be seeing Thomas tomorrow, actually. Are you driving your ad traffic straight to the item in your store? Yes, I am. Sending directly to the product page. I run entirely on caffeine and inappropriate thoughts. I mean, good one. I tried running, but I kept spilling my wine. That's a great one, for sure. But I would get a designer and redesign the shirt. I would still use the same text, or a similar text. Lord, give me coffee to change the things I can change, and wine to accept the things. Okay, so this is an interesting one. What you can do is you can target coffee lovers, but narrow it down to wine lovers. So people who like coffee and also like wine. So you can sell that t-shirt to them. I'm not sure how big is going to be the audience, but still you can do that. If it's the thought that counts, then I should probably be in jail. You know, there's so many things here. But you get the idea. You can type cat jewelry. You can use the same type of interest research we made on AliExpress, but on Pinterest, and then go back to AliExpress and see if you have a good product and vend them. So do you guys have any questions about Pinterest here? The shirts, you have to pay for design up front before you know it's gonna work. Yes, you have to pay for the design. It would be really strange if you go to the designer and you tell them, hey, can you give me 10 designs? And let's see if they work. That guy already made that work, right? That would be pretty messed up. Okay, cool. I think we're starting to get many questions of other topics. So let's go into Facebook, and after that let's do a Q&A. Look at this guy. Is this a Shopify store? I think it is. Okay, actually, I think this is a good store, and you are getting the design of this guy, the selling point, and other similars. Like, take a look at this one for volleyball. You just got served. So the volleyball niche, I don't really like that type of shirt. I'm sure he's not using T-Launch. But you get the idea. You can go to the stores and see the products. Now, let's go into Facebook. All right. So what we can do here is we can go and like the typical search that they teach you. Just pay shipping. So I don't really copy these people because I mean that's what everyone does. I just come here and look for ideas. So let's say this guy, Christian Designs, this guy is simply killing it. I've seen a bunch of his ads, and his images are really bad. I don't know. That just tells you that you can. I know actually it's not bad. I thought it was the quality. It's a good image, but he's not taking advantage of the whole space Facebook gives him. Facebook gives you I don't know how much is the space, but always, always, always be sure to take every single pixel here. So I know that this is selling for sure. I know this is selling, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to AliExpress. I'm gonna put Christ bracelet and see what happens. But here's the thing: even though this guy has had 11,000 shares, 123,000 likes, doesn't mean you will do a penny. Like because this guy, this Christian Designs guy, he has a massive pixel for the religious niche, right? So that's I mean that's just gonna tell you like, hey, it's a good style, people are buying it, but look for something else. Look for similar products from that niche. See, take a look at this one, Christian Designs as well. I'm sure, how many of you guys have seen this product before? This Christ necklace with a heart. I've seen it all over the place. Here's the thing. I've actually tried this and it didn't work for me, but that's because, take a look at this guy, 163,000 likes. This guy is killing it, but I'm sure he has a very, very big pixel. Sandra says, I sold it. For Luis asks, what do you think about the different, like these new chokers, like the necklaces that are right just like right close to the skin, you know, like stick to the neck. I think they're very good. It's a new trend. I would search for chokers, but about topics. So if you can find a choker about different specific topic, that would be great. You are combining the trend, the new fashion, with the passion topic, the niche. Say you find a choker about cats, that would be awesome. Choker about you know, anything, whatever. This one, I've seen this is really, really old, but again, a great one. I'm sure these guys start getting like hunting or deers, but narrow it down with a relationship, like in a relationship, something like that. I'm sure that works really well. Let's see what else we have. Again, another one. But it is just like the typical research that you already know, like on the just pay shipping. The idea here, the concept that I want to teach you is that don't just copy, like get creative. That's usually how I get most of my successful campaigns, by doing this. I'm telling you, diving really deep, making a lot of research. This guy is doing really well. Again, well, this is Christian Designs. Take a look at this one. Well, this is from March. I've seen this product many times, and it's really good. It's selling. I just can't figure it out how to target this. I haven't really tested it out, but I'll have to see how I what interests I use. Sorry again there. What else? Wine niche is a big one. What is this? This is, well, like this is trademark, I think. Yeah. Proud to be a farmer. So the farmer niche, another one. You can go and search for farmer watch. You know. Let's see. Well, yeah, here you go. The same one. You're gonna find a bunch of sellers, but you can also find watches for firefighters, for veterans, for army, for marine, so many things. Girls love it, fashion, passion. But so what I do, guys, is honestly this is what I do. I use AliExpress, Pinterest, Facebook. I combine the three of them. I do different combinations. Something that I like to do again is something else I forgot to do is let's say I like this product. I like the marketing, how this guy is doing it, a bunch of engagement, good product. So I go into gear you love, which leads to bold skies, which is strange. I don't know what they do it. I wouldn't do it. And I go to the products. If the store is doing well, because I saw the ad, a huge ad, then I'm gonna go to Faith and I'm gonna see the different products they have. Right, so really, really cool products, very nice. If you're especially you're in the religious niche, the Christian niche, farmers. This guy knows this farmers thing is doing well. So what he did is he added different farmer products. Cowgirls. Same story here for cow. Here's one for iPhones. But yeah, I go into the stores as well. If I don't only see the ad and see that product, I go into the store and see what other successful things they have or things that I like. Sometimes I don't even see if the product is running on Facebook. I don't even see if it has 100,000 likes or more. I don't even have like a measurement. I just like my instinct says like, hey, you have to test this out, and I test it. But apart from that, I think that's pretty much what I got for you guys. Do you have any questions about this? Do you have let's do some Q&A here. Do you have any questions? Post any of your questions and let's see if we can answer them. Yes, I've heard about Oscar's asked, have you heard about Jerry Banfield? Yes, I get his videos on my timeline all the time. I think he's really funny. And he has a huge audience, especially of gamers, right? So he's trying to monetize those gamers, people around 18 to 25, going to college, maybe they don't know what they want to do in life, they don't know how to monetize their passion. So what he does is he gets the audience by playing video games and then tries to help those people by giving them content for their future, something like that. Luis asks, he's good in Facebook ads. Yes, he's very good. What about the 20% ad text rule? How do you get around it? I don't get around. I never try to get around things. I always follow the rules. If there's a rule about 20% ad text, then you gotta follow it. Dimitri, thanks for the webinar. No problem, man. And then you go to SPP and clicks to website to start, or just go right away to website conversions. I just use website conversions, honestly. I use conversions in different events as I go progressing. First, I view content, purchase. But if you're in a new account and you're selling a product, I started off to cart right away. I just do content and it's a completely new account. Alex, for the interest topic, you find the most basic 3 under 500K and test. No, I just make a list of, let's say I'm starting out with a cat niche, I make a list of, let's say, 10 interests, very, very good interests. I make sure they have more than 100,000 people. I don't want to focus my time on interests that have lower than that, because if I make it work, I'm not going to be able to scale. So 100,000 plus, I try to make it very specific, very, very, very targeted interests. And let's say out of those 10, I'm going to start testing 3, then another 3, then another 3. I would usually test in bulks. The audio is lacking. Sorry, man. I don't know what's the problem. Can you guys hear me fine? Kevin says the audio is not that good. Luis, what are the range of ages you use for your targeting? I usually just start broad, 18 to 65 plus, because I know which people are gonna buy my stuff. Sometimes they are younger, sometimes they are, like grandmas. Kevin says it's okay. Perfect. Yeah, I think we're good here. Awesome webinar. Thanks for the feedback. I'm gonna have a replay on this for sure. If your budget only allows you to make groups of interest, how would you group them? By amount of people or by websites in one? Magazines? Like I only group interests when they are like super small, but I believe they have potential. So if they are like, if I have, let's say, 5 interests of 20,000 people, and they make a total of 100,000 people together, I will group them. I would group them, but only if they are super targeted. If they are not that targeted, if they are not that good, I wouldn't even group them. I always test interests separately. Each ad set has its own interest. I only group them once I think they're very good. They have potential, but they have a small audience. I only group them to have a decent sized audience. Thanks for the training. We'll wait for the replay. You'll have it. Awesome. So I think we're gonna wrap this up here, guys. I have to go finish up some problems here to practice for my exam. So yeah, just wish me luck. I hope that you enjoyed the webinar. One last question. Daniel is asking how to examine the view content after 3 to 4 days. I set 3 ad sets for a Pitbull shirt with no sales in 3 days with view content. Yeah, I just take a look at money spent versus money made. If it didn't make sales, like if you believe it's a good product and other people are making a lot of money with it, maybe you have to test more interests. Maybe it's not about killing the product, it's about adding more interests. But yeah, man, that's pretty much what I got. All right, guys, thanks for the feedback, and I will keep you posted in my group. No problem, Elena. Glad to have you here. I'm gonna have the recording, but yeah, that's pretty much what I got, guys. So have a great one, and see you later.